I am here. I always say this, I'm so excited, but like literally I am so excited to be here right now. This is like, I feel like it's January 1st. Let me tell you why. I am sitting in my living room and this just feels so right to have you here, so right to be here. I know it's been a minute, and that's the first thing we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the minute it has been. I have my pumpkin spice latte, which by the way, I've never really been a pumpkin spice girl, but I felt it in my spirit. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go in that. Anyway, I'm here on my couch with my dog and I've got my blanket and I feel like this is so like us. Like I feel like this is new. This is the new thing. I love this. I love this setup because it feels like we're close and you're here, and that's what I want the podcast and the YouTube channel to be about. It's like, you are coming into my world. I'm inviting you into my space, and part of that is we have to talk about Fight Club. Now I know the rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't seen the movie in a while, so if it's like really gory or like really terrible, like I'm sorry, but like the only thing I remember about the movie is like, you don't talk about Fight Club. This last summer, it was a time. It was a time. This summer was a time. Y'all, this summer was a time. You know I only say y'all when it was a time. It was pouring rain a lot, and it just was like, you know when life just like sucker punches you in the face in a lot of different ways, and you're just like, pardon me, if you could just refrain from continuing the punches, that'd be great. So that's where I was in summer. And like, I would get to Tuesdays and Thursdays, my podcast record days, and I would just be like so wanting to show up for you, and I just couldn't. Like, there were just days where Tuesdays and Thursdays over the summer, it's like, I can't just turn on the podcast and just cry. Like, that's not a podcast episode, although I've done that before. I just got to the point where I realized that in order for me to like show up here in this like little world that we're building together, you and me, all three of you, thank you for watching and being here. I have to do what I need to do, and I knew you would understand because you have been, I just spilled my coffee. In case you thought that this setup was too perfect, don't worry, I just spilled my coffee, and that's the second time I've done that. So if you need somebody you can relate to that really wants to have it all together, but like has lipstick on her teeth and spills coffee during this, you're in the right place. Welcome. Because I learned this summer as I was, I literally walked through mud in a pair of flip-flops. I don't know if you've ever done that before in front of like 50 people. I don't know if you've been that person before, walking through mud in your flip-flops, getting the mud so thick. This is a literal story. This actually happened, not figuratively, although I will probably use it in the future as a figurative example. It was so deep, the mud was so deep, it went up to my ankle, which means that the flip-flop in the mud stuck there while I lifted up my foot to try and walk forward in front of 50 people. My daughter was at a horseback riding thing, and I wanted to get closer to get a photo of her, so I went under the fence, through the fence, to go up to where a horse would, not realizing that there was a good 75 yards, it seemed like, of mud. I want to be the person that when I'm walking in front of people, it's a red carpet type thing. I've mentioned you before, I'm like the Jennifer Lawrence of the Oscar moment. I'm falling on the stairs. So this was one of those moments where like, I'm gonna walk over in front of all these moms and like get a photo of my kid, and like my ankles, I'm ankle deep in mud. I cannot move any, like, and I'm already that committed enough that I have to keep going. I realized in that moment, my life is less of a rom-com than I would prefer. I know I've seen that movie, Stranger Than Fiction, where Will Ferrell plays a guy who he doesn't realize he's actually in a novel. And in somewhere in the beginning, it says that he was actually in a tragedy story. And it's like, he kind of hears this voice that he thinks is a voice in his head. It's really the narrator of his story. And he's like, brushing his teeth, and he's like, wait, I'm in a tragedy? That's what I'm realizing about some of these parts of my life, and I'm like, why is this a thing? But yeah, I just needed some time and space, and like I knew, because you've been in this journey with me for a year. I've been doing this podcast for a year, and I got to my podiversary, my podcast anniversary date, and like I had planned on showing up, I had planned on recording, and I just got to that day and I was like, I have to let this go. I can't show up like this. I've got to be in a better just place for me, because you know this, like we can't give to anybody else unless we're good, and like I just wasn't good, and I knew I could get back on here and say, hey, it's been a time. I couldn't be here because I was stuck ankle deep in literal mud. So the rule of Fight Club is you can't talk about Fight Club. The rule of this past summer is I can't talk about summer. There's some things that happen that will be behind closed doors, but I will still refer to hard things of life as best as I can. I realized also, and I think I alluded to this a little bit before in this journey, which has been a year that it's just been like the narrator of my life, cracking my life open and inviting you in, which I love doing. And I know some people, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Andre's one of those people actually, and when we started dating, I let him know, I'm like, this is who I am. Like I have a brand that is out there. Like you're not gonna be able to hide. You are going to be out there, and he knew what was coming, but a little bit. He didn't really know what was coming. He knows better now. He knows better now. Isn't that true to being married? I sip my pumpkin spice to that. Anyway, I hope I don't spill it down my face, which we have to talk about something really quick before I continue on to what I was going to tell you about. I am today wearing an actual leotard. Now, I have to tell you about this because it is sparking, I think, the most joy of any piece of clothing I have worn outside of my wedding dress. I feel so happy, and this is actually a leotard. This is actually a leotard. I'm talking little girl, and I think it's actually like, I don't know, like a size 10 or something. I don't care. I squeezed in like a too small pair of Spanx. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what size this is. I put this on and I wanted to like do the like this in my, and like I just did it now, but like I feel so empowered in this leotard. I shouldn't feel this empowered. I don't know why this is making me so happy. I feel like I want to like take off my pants and like snap and like put on boots, and like the photo shoot in this is happening. Like I'm telling you right now, you will see me in this leotard. I am so happy. Just like my eyes are turning water. I feel so happy wearing this, and I just wonder, do you have a leotard? Do you have one? If you have one, can you please send me a photo of you in your leotard? Because I want to know, where's my leotard community? If this becomes a thing, I will make leotards for all of us, and we will all wear our leotards and feel so, like I have high-waisted jeans on and these earrings, and I'm like, I am Beyonce. I'm Taylor, I am Beyonce, I am here, I am ready, like who is this? I have come to slay. I needed to tell you that because if you have an opportunity to feel this feeling in a piece of clothing, please send me something about it, because it's been a really long time since I felt this happy about a piece of clothes. I know I'm gonna like, my husband's gonna come home and just like be in my leotard like, I am here. Like I'm an Olympic gymnast, but I'm not at all. I'm a podcaster with a mommy pooch. Let's talk about the pooch real quick. I did a little test in this video before I started just to make sure everything was good. And I noticed I look very curvaceous in the pants leotard thing. And I'm really all about it. Like, and I really struggled for a really long time when I was younger with like my body shape and size, and like I got a little pooch, and now the pooch is now it has gone to another level, because the pooch has carried a king and a queen from heaven to earth, and on their departure they both left a symbol, if you will, not only in the extra curve it now has, but the extra lioness stripes that they left. And I honor the pooch. I honor the curves. Like, I'm really about it at 32 now. Like, I no longer am like, I really want to be like skinnier. Like, I feel like I've gotten to this place where I'm like, I'm in a leotard right now. That's the place I've gotten. I'm in a leotard. That is the place I've gotten. I'm in a leotard. I've got a little pooch. I've carried souls in this body. Like, this body has been a carriage of human beings. And yeah, I like it. I don't know, that was a whole side of it. So going back to Fight Club, I realized in listening to another podcast and listening to podcasts and I love listening to people tell stories, because I learned so much about myself and my own story. Like, I want to get this thing. It's called Masterclass. Have you seen it come up on your Instagram? They're not paying me to talk about this yet. But I see it come up and I'm like, I want to watch all of them. Like, Masterclass is like, it's like videos from like all these experts in like all the different fields. I want to watch all of them. Like, I want to watch tennis. I don't play tennis, but I want to watch like the tennis players. I want to watch like chefs, and it makes me so happy to hear masters tell their stories. And like, yeah, there's Simone Biles is in there, and I'm gonna wear my leotard and watch her talk about how to tumble, even though the only tumbling I'm doing is almost falling when I'm walking through mud, like ankle deep. It doesn't matter. So I realized that in listening to people's stories on podcasts, like, I found myself in listening to their stories. So this one podcast is called My Favorite Murder, not for kids, by the way. It is comedic podcast, and I've talked about this, comedic podcasting, while talking about crime stories, which I really love true crime stories. Like, I'm a closet true crime story person. It's like so, is there something wrong with me? Like, I'm in therapy, but I really like these stories. Anyway, not the crime part, but like, I love solving mysteries. True story, I wanted to be a CSI person, but then I realized that it wasn't for me. I realized that humor is actually a way that helps me kind of deal with life and deal with like the hardships of life. And I have realized that this, you and me here, and Lucy, and coffee, and wine, have helped me process some of these big things in life. So I wanted to say thank you, even though I wasn't here for my podiversary. I want to say thank you for being here and listening and giving me a space to help me process some really hard things. I am not going to cry. Whew. Processing some really hard things, because when I started the podcast, I didn't think that anybody would care, that anybody would listen. And when I make videos and people actually watch them, it is so incredibly humbling to me, because it makes me feel like I don't have to have it all together to give something to someone else. And for a really long time, I struggled with feeling like I need to be perfect or present a perfect image, or not share that my hand is sticky right now because I spilled coffee on it like 10 minutes ago. It means so much to me that you are here with me, even though I don't have it all together, and even though sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know which direction the podcast is going. And sometimes I have January 1st of like restarting the podcast and, you know, inviting you into different parts of my life in the middle of August. And it just means so much to me that you would even be here and listen to me and be okay with sometimes I have lipstick on my teeth. And yeah, so I don't know what you'll see in the next little bit of this podcast. I don't know what's coming, other than I know that I'm finding more and more of myself and letting go more and more of who I thought that I needed to be in order to be worthy. Yeah, that's a thing. I realized that there was a lot of building in my own personal brand that I really struggled with my own insecurities. And so I was creating to become something instead of just be something. And so as I'm letting those things kind of fall off, which is so freeing, it is so much more freeing just to show up and say, I don't have it all together, than to show up here and present a polished, perfect like thing. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't, and it just, yeah. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and your feedback means so much to me, and just you being here means a lot. So thank you for being so patient with me over my Fight Club summer. I'm still in the goo phase of becoming a butterfly, but I'm being more and more okay with the goo part. I'm being more and more okay with, I don't need to have arrived. I don't need to have figured everything out, because what matters more is being authentic and just sharing life and sharing stories and inviting you into my living room. So welcome to the new. I have a lot of dog hair and fluff on my couch. Hopefully you can't see that. But this is my actual living room. This is actually what's on my wall. This wasn't created. I just moved it so that I could see stuff, but this is actually me in my space, and I'm so glad that you are joining me. So I love you and appreciate you so much. You have no idea, and I can't wait to see what we continue to create together. So love, love, love. You'll see me here consistently, and if one day I don't show up on the day I told you I would, just know I'm in a little rowboat or an absolute freaking boss babe leotard ship. That's right. I'm wearing my leotard in my ship, and I'm like, wave? No. So another thing I wanted to tell you, I don't know why I'm doing this. I never do that. I never like touch my nose. Anyway, I found out something that I'm really excited about, and I think my excitement level on this is almost at the leotard level. Leotard now is the new way that I will probably describe excitement. I realized that I have the ability to make a GIF that you can use in your everyday life. So that means that you can use my face that is extra and the most to express your feelings to other people. I don't know why this is so interesting to me, and I'm so excited about this, but I just want to let you know I've been making GIFs. They're going to be up on Giphy soon. So probably in the next week or so. I'll circle back around when you actually are able to find them, but they're uploaded now. Some of them are uploaded now, but you'll be seeing more of those in the future. So much love. I love you. Thank you, and goodbye.